So you're looking to buy a new keyboard, but you're not sure which one's the right one for you. There's an awful lot of choice out there. Did you realise there are many different types of keyboards? There are this type of instrument, an arranger keyboard, which has styles and rhythms, and essentially you're playing along to a backing band. Traditionally, you'll play a chord with your left hand, a G7 for example, and the keyboard will provide a backing that plays a chosen style, such as rock, jazz, or tango, over the chords that you're playing, and you play the melody with your right hand, like this. However, that view of arrangers for some people is very old-fashioned. How wrong could they be? Arrangers have powerful samplers, 16-part sequencers, and everything is fully customizable. If you are a songwriter, for instance, an arranger is perfect for getting those ideas down quickly. You want to write a funk song. You can select a funk style and use a 16-track recorder to get your thoughts into music without the hassle of having to set up a computer, your software, and all your plugins. Next, there are synthesizers like this, for you to create your own sounds. Synthesizers allow you, if you wanted to create a brand new sound totally unique from a basic sound wave. You do this by adjusting things like the attack, the decay, and the resonance. You can add oscillators, effects, and you can shape the sound and layer it with other sounds you've created. Total flexibility. Of course, there is also a wide range of presets you can use to build upon too. You can then use these sounds to perform with your band or record tracks. The possibilities with a synth are endless. Synthesizers were very popular in the 80s, the 90s, and even the 2000s. And so if you are looking to replicate sounds of that era, a synthesizer from Keysound is the answer. Or even if you're not the greatest player, but just want to experiment with sounds and sound creation, come and visit us here in Hinckley for a proper demonstration of arranger synths. And then there are workstations like this one, where you can literally record things track by track and build up songs from scratch. There's a 16-track sequencer, sampler, and the sound quality is stunning. Who would use a workstation? Very often, keyboard players in bands. If you are in a band and you want some layered strings, that's potentially 10 violin players and a couple of cellos. And if you're playing some Phil Collins, you might want a couple of trumpets, a trombone, and a saxophone. That will cost you a lot of money in musicians' wages. So bands will have a keyboard player whose job it is to replicate those sounds and help the band sound like the original artist. Of course, with a keyboard like this, you can split and layer the sounds for almost unlimited versatility. Then there are keyboards like this one. This is a controller keyboard. They come in all shapes and sizes. Some have a full keyboard, i.e. 61, 73, 76 or 88 keys, but some only have 37 keys. It has all these buttons and sliders and knobs, but it doesn't even have any sounds or speakers on it. So who would use a keyboard like this? Well, perhaps a composer. In the studio, the computer has all the sound stored on it, and the computer also has all the recording software, such as Cubase, where the composer can record their music part by part. One of our customers here at Keysound has used a keyboard like this to compose music for films, for Netflix, etc. But, by the way, he also bought a digital piano from us, for those times that he just wants to sit and play. This type of keyboard is also really popular with musicians who create beats, as it can use the pads to trigger samples or drum patterns. But before you decide, we also have to consider pianos. Pianos like this one, the CVP, also have styles, backings, and a wide range of sounds and can be played like a keyboard, like this. So if you are a keyboard player, but you've always wanted to play a piano, well now you can, as these instruments allow you to have the best of both worlds. A grand piano key action coupled with the features that you find on keyboards. Well, there's only one definite way to make sure that you make the right choice, and that's to visit us here at Keysound in Hinckley. As piano and keyboard specialists, we have almost 50 years experience in the trade. Far too often we hear stories of people who have changed their instrument purely because they couldn't get on with the old one. But without the right support system in place, they'll be back in the exact same position before they know it. If you look around our shop, you won't find anything that hasn't got a keyboard on it. And that's our business, that's what we do. So our shop is full of keyboards and digital pianos. No guitars, no PA systems, no violins, no drums, no computers, and most importantly to you, that means 100% of our knowledge goes into keyboards and pianos. Keysound believe this: do one thing and do it well. In fact, it's a true story that we once had a gentleman drive all the way from Spain. Yes, you heard me correctly. He drove from Spain to our showroom in Hinckley to buy his new flagship keyboard just because he wanted our unique songbook data that we spent hours and hours preparing. So now you know what to do when you want to buy your new keyboard. Visit Keysound. Address details are here, 3537 Regent Street in Hinckley, in Leicestershire, or give us a call on 0116 254 1053 and avoid that costly mistake. We look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for watching.